Well, apparently there's a new direction for WWE, which I barely know much of. But judging from absolutely nothing that I'm hearing right now, I guess we're seeing this is going to be what takes us into 2019. Ring of Honor had Final Battle, which I did watch, and we're going to we'll go into that later tonight. And who knows, maybe we might be joined by a blast from the past. You just have to wait and find out what I mean by that. Welcome to another edition of the Monday Wrestling Popcast, exclusively here on the Popcast Network. My name is Owen. I am your moderator, and I guess you would say co-host of the show.
Yeah, because we're going to be talking about important stuff as well as what just went down.
And joining me, as always, is the real host of wrestling content here on the network, and that would be Ashley.
I guess the annoying point is we can't react to most of the stuff because they're taping it now.
We can react to it live in real time, technically.
Yeah, but we're not going 3 hours, are we?
I got to work at 8 a.m., so no.
I know, exactly. So it's like we can't do the good old days when we go 3 hours.
Work in the morning, that would work.
I mean, the best thing to come out of this is a tweet from WWE Creative Humor.
Okay.
That simply said, if you think this match is slow and plodding and killing the crowd, just remember, you are the authority and you book this shit. Because that is the fallout from this show. The fallout is nobody's in charge. And yet everybody's in charge. So basically Vince made his way out.
Hold on.
Oh.
You can see that we are not alone. I said a blast from the past. I wasn't lying.
Oh, is this the new era? Right, I'm fucking off.
Yeah, maybe. So it's technically not necessarily a new era, but we have a little bit of a surprise run-in that I found out about yesterday, and I kept completely quiet with everyone. Welcome back to the Popcast Network. Might be limited time magic. We don't know. That'd be Mr. Entertainment. Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you. I felt like I should have crashed like Offset until I love Popcast, so I want you guys back. So I had to come back.
Dear God.
It's good to be back. Thanks for keeping the secret.
Yeah, no worries. Plus, I'm really terrible at promoting things when I'm not paying attention, so it's okay.
Yeah, I just woke up too.
Oh, there we go.
God damn it.
Yeah, this new era put me to sleep. I'm kidding. I guess I was tired.
No, you can admit it. It's fine. It's okay. I haven't watched. Ashley knows I haven't watched WWE Project, and I had to the last time because obviously we did a live show. But I mean, yeah. Otherwise, no, not so much.
So yeah, Vince basically says, everybody wants to know what's going on, and he's asked that question himself. But tonight we'll find out because Raw's been on for over 25 years, and one of the reasons it's been so long is they change with the times. Despite one man's brilliance, creativity, and vision, I can't do it all by myself anymore. But I could do it without you fans because they're all doing what chants. That comment is very interesting because then Stephanie comes out, then Triple H comes out, and then Shane comes out. And Stephanie takes the lead here and says, we're out here tonight because we've not been doing a good job lately. We haven't been listening to the audiences. We haven't let middlemen managers suffocate the roster. and we've not been entertaining the fans, but that's over. And then Triple H goes, the days of absentee management is over. All 4 of us are taking back Monday Night Raw. What the fuck are you doing? Seriously. I've had to go this far because I feel I need a different identity to make you wonder what the shit is going on.
I've lived to hear Ashley say that again.
You should have been here for the last few weeks when I've been losing my shit at how shit Raw's been. Did I say the word shit enough? No, shit.
I actually lost my shit at a pay-per-view over the weekend, but it was a certain pay-per-view on Friday night, my first one that I've seen.
Oh, shit. Right, we'll get down to that.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll talk about that then.
We'll get down to that after this commercial break. No.
Let's go right into another one, right in mid-conversation.
Well, no, because the McMahons are in charge, and I'm going.
This shake-up, it's the same thing.
And the 4 of them are taking back Monday Night Raw as well as SmackDown, as they're all personally responsible to show everybody has the best possible experience. They'll empower the stars and the fans. They'll give the fans what they want, giving them something new and fresh. And in the coming weeks and months, we'll be seeing new faces, new superstars, and new matchups. As of now, the WWE Universe is the authority.
Oh, boy.
I made sure to send my tweet saying #CallUpDream.
No, not this point. No, it just makes it worse.
Well, sorry, that's the one I actually care about. You wait till we get to some of the names. I mean, come on, we got Lars Potato fucking Head.
I don't want the New Age Sid Vicious on my programming.
Well, I guess Velveteen Dream being called up as a pipe dream then. Oh boy.
Wait, are you trying to say that Patrick Clark's going to break his fucking leg jumping off the top rope in a year?
No.
I said Lars Sullivan is the New Age Sid Vicious. I've been saying this for months.
No, he's Baron Corbin, except if he was merged with who's a famous fat fuck? Abdullah the Butcher.
Oh,
just
God.
without the hardcore stuff. And then Vince goes, as long as they've give them less of what they don't want and more of what they do, WWE will always be then, now, and forever. And when he says that then, now, and forever, it sounds as if his voice is cracking.
Forever.
Then, now, and forever. As if he's... Well, because... Here we go. Here comes some of the scoops and whatever. According to Papa Dave.
Very nice.
Good friends with Papa John. Vince didn't want to ever come back to television.
The fans never asked him.
When you last saw him earlier in the year, that was the idea that you never saw him again. His focus was now going to be getting the XFL ready for 2020. But Raw ratings went that shit. He felt that he was responsible, obviously, because he's chairman.
Yeah.
And the whole family, given that the majority are sort of like major shareholders. Kevin Dunn wasn't allowed outside because his teeth are banned in all 47 states. And yes, I know there are 50, but 3 of them signed a waiver. So yeah, then it's like, you make the decisions. Hence why I've mentioned that tweet of creative humor going, if you don't like this match, you booked it. It's your fucking problem. So.
Twitter booked it.
No, the universe. That means everybody. WWE Universe is the entire world. There are Martians to fucking blame for what we saw tonight.
Well, after what I've seen, what they've done to the tag team division, I would like to wish them in their best future endeavors.
Oh. There is one saving grace, and I can't remember whether it's a group that Owen likes or not.
Except tonight, I saw the
And
WWE
spoilers,
notification.
might be the Young Bucks.
I'd much rather them go to AEW, but that's beside the point.
The Youth Bucks.
The clock is ticking. We can't talk about that until 2 weeks, Tuesday. 2 weeks tomorrow.
We could definitely talk about that a little bit later.
So Baron comes out to booze a fucking plenty. And he says, I'm all for a fresh start. But what happened last night with Strowman was not fair. I want a conversation. And they literally just abrupt cut to break as if it's the fucking Sopranos finale.
I saw this. This was random. Very random.
Really was. I looked at my dad. We both just started laughing. Like, they started listening to fans.
Well, they did, because the fans were booing. And when they came back, Stephanie and Triple H are just like, "Oh, sorry, we can't hear you." I think they're going, boo. It's like,
Oh, yeah, her reaction was funny. Her interaction.
and even Vince is like, "You've got a microphone. They don't." As if to go, "Your fucking grave, son. Start digging."
Yeah, I know. You're not CM Punk. We're not going to shut your microphone off.
I've tried to motivate the superstars. It's not my fault if they can't rise to the occasion. Use Blue Chew, one per show. Strowman wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't prepared for him. All the people that he brought with him. He's trying to do this promo, and he keeps getting shook, startled, whatever you want to call it, by the crowd. So, and I think that whether that was intended or not, then Triple H says, "Look, I'm going to help you. I bet you're out here to say that this was unfair and a travesty of injustice, and that you want to be reconsidered for the permanent general manager position of Raw, right?" And I'm like, okay, are you doing that because he doesn't know how to fucking do a promo? If so, thank you, Paul Levesque. Thank you for fucking his life.
I actually think that was originally what was written in the script. That he was going to say.
The scripts and the basic stuff behind it doesn't get leaked anymore, so I don't know.
Oh, Vince is here.
The script. I am Nostradamus. This is going to happen next. Oh, look, it did. I ain't got a script on it.
Just write it in your hand like Roman.
But, I'd have beaten Strowman if it wasn't for Gable and Rude and Apollo and Heath and Kurt. And Triple H is like, nope. Shane's like, nope. Stephanie's like, well, to steal a phrase from my dad's entrance music, no chance in hell. And then Vince goes, no, there might be a way. And Triple H goes, no. You got a good point. Maybe you do deserve a chance to be permanent GM. And says, okay, you're going to get that chance right now. All you got to do is beat Huge Cock. Huge Cock. Yeah, Kurt Angle. Listen to the chanting. It sounds like Huge Cock. It's not you suck. It's Huge Cock.
Those Californians.
Well, it is Sacramento.
They do deserve to be taxed on each text message.
Have you seen that fucking art that's outside their stadium?
No, I thought it was a wildfire outside their stadium.
Burn it down! That might explain why they didn't play that tonight, because they didn't. When Seth did have his music play, they just had the guitar. They didn't have the burn it down thing ring out, or they might have done. In which case, lol.
That was funny last week. That really was a technical glitch.
So Corbin versus Angle, except Stephanie comes out and goes, "Oh, by the way, there's going to be a special guest referee," and here comes Heath Slater, shaking hands with Vince, shaking hands with Triple H, all sorts of stuff. And Corbin sort of wants out as we go to commercial. Then sort of as soon as we come back, Corbin's on top. All of a sudden, Triple H comes out and goes, "Oh, by the way, this is a handicap match." And here come Apollo Crews and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. So yes, it is now a 4-on-1 handicap match. You thought Lucha House Rules were bad.
Arrow Lucha.
And then that's never gonna fucking happen. One of the best bits was Heath was like, "Oh, the turnbuckle seems to have come undone. I need to fix it." Allowing him to turn his back and have the others just beat the shit out of him no matter what. You know. Except they didn't need to do that, because then Shane comes out and goes, "By the way, this match is now also no DQ." It's like, okay. The great thing is, the symbolism is Corbin's to blame for this shit. No, the 70-year-old fuck that came out and said we're listening is to blame for this shit. His fucking writing.
He said he can do it without the fans. Can he do XFL without the fans?
Well, considering half the stadiums are half the size of NFL stadiums, then probably not.
Yeah. I'm pissed Orlando didn't get one. I thought we would have gotten a team called Orlando Pixie Dust.
Oh, look, that's a forgotten the fucking name of it. What's it called, Owen?
Which one?
Thing you get in westerns.
What about westerns?
When the bush goes round. When something, you know. That's it, tumbleweed.
Yeah, tumbleweed.
Yeah. I eventually remembered it.
Wow.
Tumbleweed was just heard when I was coming up with the name Tumbleweed and for that joke. Speaking of jokes, oh look, Kurt Angle and the Faces won. Then again, the crowd did chant before that, "We want tables," so the guys obliged and Angle put Corbin for a table. And then, you know, this new era, same old shit, because it's Finn Balor versus Dolph Ziggler, everybody. And then, lo and behold, Drew McIntyre gets involved and causes a DQ. Technically meaning Balor wins because McIntyre attacked Balor first. But then Ziggler got Glasgow kissed and Claymored in the ring, and then Balor got Claymored on the floor outside. And I'm going, oh. The great thing is, bloody Ziggler and McIntyre were fighting a minute before the DQ was even called. What? Can we have Heath Slater as a referee? Because he might have done a fucking better job.
He got kids.
There comes Dean Ambrose. And the bloody psycho mantises that are fucking with him. And Dean's like, you know, Seth dropped the ball and choke. You know, I took the title from him, but he's not done. When Rollins will have nothing left, I'll throw him in the garbage where he belongs. I feel he's got an obligation to go face to face with me and say that I was right and he was wrong. No, Seth. So then Ambrose goes, okay, I'm issuing an open challenge. Not for the belt. But if Seth wants to fight, fine, we can do it. Still no Seth. And then goes, okay, open challenge for the IC title for anybody except Rollins. And here comes Tyler Breeze. Because apparently people watched NXT and saw the Ricochet match. The running joke here is not many people watch NXT because it's on the network.
I use my friend's network login, and I do not watch NXT. I only watch NXT TakeOver now.
You're part of the problem. The match with Ricochet was brilliant.
Job is the problem.
You've got an hour of NXT to watch
I
rather
know.
than 5 hours of Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
You
right.
have more time. Hell, if you want to watch 3 hours, watch your 2 hours of NXT UK and then NXT. That'll do. Donkey.
Oh, yeah.
That'll do.
I only saw the first episode of NXT UK, and I haven't seen an episode since, and I loved it.
So Dean wins, and then it's like, that was the performance of an IC champ with character and integrity. Burn it down! And security goes to the entranceway, ready to see him off. Except, oh, look! And I pretty much fucking called it because it was like, yeah, it's the third one from the left when they entered the arena. One of them is actually Seth.
Yeah.
Attacks Ambrose. Beats the shit out of the other 3. Super kicks the black guy so good his mask comes off. I don't know whether that's stereotyping racial profiling. I don't know. And Ambrose escapes. So then Shane and Charlie are backstage, and it's like, what does giving the people the power mean? And he's like, well, and then here comes AOP. So it's like, if you want an answer, fuck off. And Drake Maverick says AOP deserve a mandatory rematch. And Shane goes, mandatory rematches are so antiquated. And I'm going, what? That's been the backbone of this fucking industry for years. I can't wait now then. So that means that means Seth Rollins can't have a rematch. Technically. If we're going on the fact that automatic rematches are antiquated, that means there must be another proper challenger other than Tyler Breeze before the Royal Rumble. There won't be, but there you go. But instead, it's going to be AOP, B Team, Revival, and Lucha House Party in a fatal 4-way, and the winners get a future title shot. Some point in time. And then we get these fuckers are coming to the company. So first up, we have Lars Sullivan, who's calling himself a freak. Yeah, because you look like fucking Shrek. The great thing is, on last night's TLC, which I guess we'll cover after this, because, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. The graphics last night when they were showing him was saying Lars Sullivan is lurking. And I'm like, what does that mean? Given the current news that's just come out, I think the person that's lurking is Woody Allen. Hey-oh! So then, face number 2, and I want Owen and Mr. Taman's reaction to this. Lacey Evans.
Oh, dear God, why? I mean, she's not Alicia Fox, but she's not far from it.
I read a tweet, and I think it was from Hurricane Shane Helms, and he says, regardless of push or promotion, Alicia Fox, nobody gives 110% than Alicia Fox.
That's great. She just needs to learn how to work.
Yeah. And she needs better wardrobe. Because one time it looked like she had a freaking salad on her head.
Then Heavy Machinery
Why?
are getting called up. Because
That's
they're
heavy.
fucking wasted in NXT.
Yeah, because NXT actually knows how to book a tag division, even though they don't have one.
Well, the thing worth noting about the first two is the first two really haven't had any sort of title opportunities of any worth. And if Lars Sullivan did face Aleister Black for the title, that fucking memorable that I don't remember it.
I think it actually happened.
Well, Shrek can fuck off. Heavy Machinery are the guys that should have had the belts, but AOP were there. And
Well,
to be honest, I see more potential in Heavy Machinery because they actually have character than I do with AOP.
I honestly don't like either one of them, but you know that.
Yeah, but if you're going to push one NXT team, I'd prefer Heavy Machinery over. If you had to go with one or the other, I'd pick Heavy Machinery over AOP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I was forced to pick one of the two.
Then the obvious one, Nikki Cross.
Why is she not on SmackDown?
You wanna play?
Well, keep in mind, this video package is for NXT talents on their way to WWE. They did not specify which brand.
Okay,
in which
fair.
case, I'm booking it. Nikki Storm doesn't win the Rumble. But instead, faces Asuka at WrestleMania. I want to see that match again.
Fair.
I know they're saying, new matches and whatever. To most people, it would be. And considering how good it was in NXT, let them do it again.
I want Becky versus Nikki.
And then the other obvious no-brainer, EC3.
I'm okay with that.
He's stripped.
To his yellow EC3 pants.
Yeah. But it's so funny how he undone the belt, and I'm like, wow, I wonder how many female viewers are really enjoying that right now.
Oh,
and then the parents walk in and they see the kids.
When we get to females on Monday Night Raw, we'll talk about that. I feel so sorry. Speaking of sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Oh,
and his butt.
Lashley's got his Lysa's broken guitar and says, Leo Rush is going, Lashley fell in love with the guitar last night after hitting Elias with it. Nobody is here to see Elias sing another bad song. So please, silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and most importantly, shut your mouth.
Did you just hold on, back up? Did you just literally turn Leo Rush into Jimmy Early from Dreamgirls?
We don't know who the fuck that is.
James Thunder Early.
That's for you, Ernesto. Straight of the year. Continue.
Bobby Lashley.
That's so great.
And then, of course, do the ass thing. Do the ass thing.
How about no?
Then some pimp from the crowd goes, yo, shake that ass over here, bitch.
My God.
And then all of a sudden, JoJo goes, ladies and gentlemen, Elias. And Elias smashes Lashley over the back with a guitar. And of course, because this is the new era, fucking no sell. Brilliant.
So remember, if you want Bobby Lashley's ass, you're the one that fucking booked it because you're the authority.
Oh my God.
I didn't vote for that shit.
Congratulations, you're now the scapegoat for their stupidity.
Where's my second referendum?
It's not really a surprise that they would blame the fans that pour millions of dollars into this company that's in a suffering stock market.
Yeah, it's the fans' fault, not Saudi Arabia and Crown Jewel.
Oh no, of course not. Yeah, I'd rather go watch Crown Jewel.
Yeah, exactly.
Arthur. Then, interestingly, Sami Zayn video package.
Random.
He is coming soon. Then the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match gets won with a shatter machine by Revival.
There we go.
What the fuck?
Gee, I wonder what that's been doing for.
Oh my god. So you're saying that Revival win the Raw Tag Champs? And it turns out that All Elite Wrestling is actually going to be another feeder company for WWE?
No.
Otherwise that match can't happen though.
It'll happen someday.
I need to request January 1st off.
And then Rollins gets interviewed backstage and basically goes that Seth's says just last night's disaster. I let Ambrose get into my head, but thing is, I heard the fans last night. It's not about my performance in the ring or losing titles. This is my life, and it's everything I've been dedicated to. I'll right the ship and then Dean Ambrose. So is Seth actually acknowledging that the crowd didn't give a fuck last night?
The only thing that they didn't give a fuck about is that match was non-stipulation where it should have been, and the end result did not pay off. Like what? Seth Rollins disappointed a sick Roman Reigns? I cannot.
As was rightfully said, I think, with either Brian or Vinny or both of them, this has legit been sort of like a blood feud.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And the fact that they didn't decide to stick any sort of stipulation on it, yet they did a fucking ladder guitar match for Elias and Bobby Lashley. You know. And then Baron Corbin goes and says, look, everybody thought I was doing a good job as GM until you said something. You're the one that's caused all my misfortune. And then Seth hits him. And I'm sort of going, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what was happening. Pot kettle black.
I feel like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose both went backstage and asked Vince in the gorilla position, just like Kevin Owens did. Did you guys like? Did you like that match? No.
Speaking of, this does get put into the middle of the next match, but I might as well mention it here. They also do a video package saying Kevin Owens is coming soon.
Oh yeah.
So that's positive. Those guys are going to be back sooner rather than later. I hope surprise Rumble entrance.
That'd be nice.
That's an option.
God, I've just realized what the dream would be. Royal Rumble. Lesnar beats Strowman to somehow still retain. And the F5 goes against the F5.
I want to see Owens win the Rumble. I think it's about time it happens.
Owens wins, so we get F5 versus F-Sank.
I'm okay with that.
Same here.
So,
Me above all people would be okay with that.
Here comes the final segment that lasts the entire hour. Final hour of Raw. So, yes, keep that in mind because this is the hour when everybody turns off because they don't want to watch the third hour.
Whoa.
So what do we do in this hour? put on the entire women's division. Way to fucking undervalue them. They're fucked.
Women in the WWE have created many opportunities, but not for most companies in wrestling because they did it first way before WWE. They're good, but I'm sorry, a whole hour. Evolution is that's a standalone show.
No, but
for an hour,
I wouldn't
television.
have a problem if they gave them an hour. Just the issue is they gave them the last hour where the viewership's going to go down because people don't want to watch 3-hour Raws.
Yeah.
So therefore, the women are going to get blamed for the bloody Raw ratings dropping.
I'm going to laugh if in a few hours the ratings did not even get better and they got worse. Then they're really screwed.
I wouldn't be surprised a rise in the first hour.
Yeah.
Be interested to see what happens with the second and the third. I don't even know what NFL game was going up against them tonight. Was there any?
There must have been because Ric Flair had tweeted out all you NFL fans.
There was some NFL happening on like Saturday, and I was like, "What the fuck?" There's never NFL on Saturday. Somebody shit the bed. You know.
I forgot to kneel.
It was the Carolina Panthers and the Saints. Oh, a somewhat big one because I think Saints are. Hang on, let me go to the tables.
Yeah, I could say something right now, but it's pretty wrong to say, so I'm not going to.
Oh wow, that means
sports.
that means the Saints are 12-2. Oh wow, so I guess that match meant that the Saints win the playoffs. So
hey now,
so
forget the Patriots.
No, I'm saying they're going to be top of the NFC South.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're top of the group. The Patriots, are 9-5. The Dolphins are only just behind them on 7-7, and with like 2 games to go.
I saw that play.
I don't know this math. So Ronda comes out and basically goes, I told Nia she could kiss her right hand goodbye. I told Charlotte I'd write the next chapter of our story, and I told Becky that I'm the last woman that she should provoke. I'm not here to justify my actions. I'm here to define what a real champ is. It's so much more than a title that you hold in the hands. It's more than a winner of a match or the decision of a ref. Those are only symptoms. A real champ represents the limit of human potential. The best of the best, physically, mentally, and morally.
Oh, Tessa Blanchard.
A real champion is the best the human race has to offer.
Wow.
Right, Asuka.
Oh, sorry, no. Io Shirai. No, hang on. Kairi Sane. Nope.
You stupid son of a bitch.
She wants to start a new tradition. After a pay-per-view, a champion should defend their title, whether they're in good or bad condition, and this is an open challenge. We go straight to the gorilla position where every single female star is there, like going, blah, 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 blah. Put my music on, blah, 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 put my music on. There's even a shot from behind the gorilla position with somebody filming it on their phone that put it on WWE social media. And I'm looking at it and it's just going like, this makes them just look like fucking school children. Put my music on, put my music on, put my music on, put my music on.
They probably filmed it for Total Divas. That's what makes them look like school children.
No, Total Divas makes them like a fucking slut.
Yeah. Yes. More than anything.
Yes, Queen. I don't know what that means, but I just said it.
Lana. I saw that clip in Banshee.
God,
you just reminded me of that. Where's the tissues? Stephanie and all the women come out on stage and say, everyone's deserving of a title shot, but I'm not playing favorites anymore. And then the coin dropped. Is it like, okay, so does this mean the McMahons are going to be in charge but not on screen anymore? Except in certain key bits? And they're just going to let the wrestling be the wrestling?
They're copying Impact Wrestling.
I heard their tag team division's hiring.
Who?
Impact.
I mean, who the fuck knows? I mean, when you're having Raven in a bloody psychiatric hospital in Shady Acres, I don't have a fucking clue.
At least, you know, when Vince McMahon delusionally said of someone's creativity, I think he was talking about his. Impact has better creativity than WWE. Their stories may be out.
Yeah, but yeah, some of the stuff is like, where's the fucking bloody ganja? What is it? Mega Kush, Baba Kush. Where's Val Venus when you need a good list of weed names?
RVD.
Well, no. Obviously, Val Venus is the better one. He's got his own fucking shop that sells it, remember?
I didn't know this.
Yeah, you should go.
I should go.
You should go. Drop your straight edgedness.
Or maybe I'll just take my bag and go to another podcast. Hey, Cole Cabana, how you doing?
By saying that, you were immediately implicated into the legal case, sir. So I need your name, address, and sort code.
Cease and desist.
So yeah, they're gonna have an 8-woman gauntlet match, and I'm going, but there's 10 women on the fucking stage with you, Stephanie. And then I realized, oh wait, they're not gonna give Liv Morgan and Crazy Mary any chance, are they? That was correct.
Not fair.
We start off with Alicia Fox and Bayley. Bayley wins. Then she takes on Dana Brooke. Bayley wins. Alicia Fox had more time than Dana, so I'm going, well, bye, Dana. I wish you the best in your future endeavors. She should be, in all honesty, she should be paired up with Bobby Lashley, because then the ass thing might be something I want to watch. Then Bayley faces Mickie James, which Mickie wins. Then Ember Moon is out next, and she eliminates Mickie. Then comes Natalya, who takes out Ember. Then, of course, it's Ruby Riott next, and Natalya wins. And then, of course, it's Natalya and Sasha Banks. I'm going, oh, for fuck's sake. And then, lo and behold, Natalya actually fucking wins with a sharpshooter.
Just like her dad.
Well, no, like a uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait a minute. It wasn't her dad?
No.
Jim never really did the sharpshooter.
Jim used the power slam.
I thought last week Ruby Riott referenced to her father.
Yeah, he never really did the sharpshooter, though.
Yeah, she really does it. She's done it before, but she really does it.
Natalya does, because, you know, she's schooled in the Heart Dungeon.
Yeah.
With the ghostly apparition of Stu training her. I don't know. And then Ronda comes out, is happy, and then all of a sudden she's like,
I am grumpy.
And then they shake hands, and then all of a sudden she's sort of matey with her again. I'm wondering whether this is where they trigger Ronda just like going all heel.
Could be.
The problem is you can't do that with Charlotte, because the idea is I think you're going to have Charlotte be the heel to Ronda's face. But you need to start grinding the gears, if you will, because if we are going to have Becky and Ronda at WrestleMania,
Yes.
Becky is going to be the favorite with the fans, no matter what. It's not going to be like an Austin Rock WrestleMania X7. That crowd will jump on the Becky bandwagon. They will not give a shit about Ronda. And because it's all being taped now, let's see if we've got live Raw spoilers, if I can find them.
Are they seriously filming it right now, California time?
Yes, because it's California, it's East Coast.
Yeah.
So that's why they're filming it there, because it lets them fucking film it and have the show end at a normal time.
Wow. I wonder if I read this right. One dirt sheet wrote up a preview for next week's Raw, and one of the matches announced was a Christmas-y street fight.
Hang on, we'll get to that. That's what I was just bringing this up because they then do a giant. You can tell that they're recording tonight because they literally tell you every match is happening next week. So we're going to get a triple threat with Drew, Dolph, and Balor. A Miracle on 34th Street fight between Elias and Bobby Lashley. There'll also be Christmas greetings from Paul Heyman. That's the first thing I'm interested in. Seth Rollins is going one-on-one with Baron Corbin. Oh, fuck. And Ronda Rousey defending the Raw Women's title against Natalya. Of which, spoilers, Elias did a Christmas song, which gets eventually interrupted by Lashley and Rush. And Elias wins. Worth noting that one of the bits of the moment has Elias breaking open a present that's got Legos in it. Elias managed to apparently backdrop Lashley onto the Legos and then smashed a violin over his back because I guess the guitar was unavailable. And then Leo Rush got covered in a shit ton of eggnog. And sadly, Gable and Rude beat Revival. So that happened. That's happened so far. I'm going to have to refresh the fuck out of that over the next few hours. Not while we're on here. So overall, I don't know. As long as this gets, because I'm thinking short term, they were limited with like what you could do in terms of, you know, what the fans want, sort of thing. I sort of understand that, but if we get to sort of Royal Rumble and stuff feels the same, ratings are going to go even further down. But you know, if TV series really does want to beat PewDiePie, perhaps they just partner up with WWE. Considering how like 25% at least of WWE's traffic seems to be India. So, in other stuff that happened at TLC, Buddy Murphy retained because that happened. Of course, it was only on the pre-show. Lol. I'm trying to remember the running order. Fabulous Truth won Mixed Match Challenge. And did you hear, Owen, where they're going on their holiday?
No.
Stamford, Connecticut.
Dear God.
They're going to WWE HQ. The Bar retained in the triple threat for the SmackDown titles. It's worth noting it was a TLC match with Strowman and Corbin. The match ended via pinfall. So how the fuck is that a TLC match? I understand that Strowman couldn't go up the ladder, but, you know, change the fucking stipulation if you have to. I guess that's why they had Seth and Baron do the TLC match on the Raw before, because they weren't going to properly do it on Sunday.
These gimmick pay-per-views have never made sense to me. Half of the matches are not stipulation matches.
Natalya and Ruby Riott in the tables match actually was surprisingly good, despite the fact it's got an absolutely terrible storyline behind it. Finn beat Drew. Mysterio got a sneaky win on Orton in the chairs match.
That was surprisingly a good match. They both brought it.
When it's chairs match, you automatically go, oh, this is going to be the fucking shit one.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually did very genius spots with it.
Absolutely.
But then what do you expect with, you know, a 20-plus year veteran in Mysterio and a, 15 to 20 in Orton?
Mm-hmm.
Ronda Rousey made Nia Jax have a good match. And then afterwards, Becky Lynch fucking sucker punched Nia backstage. I'm going, what? Nia was nowhere to be seen on the show, so fuck her, apparently.
Samoan woman.
Nia got mine! My title! My precious! Nia,
God.
Nia, don't scream like that. Then nobody's gonna want to hear your orgasm. Brian beat AJ clean, which I'm surprised about. I thought we were gonna have some sort of like dirty finish, even a DQ. But it's like, okay, so AJ doesn't deserve a rematch. Clearly. Ambrose beat Rollins. And then Asuka won the ladder match because Ronda shoved Charlotte and Becky off a ladder. Of which, but what got censored out was about 3 uses of the word bitch. And Charlotte at one point going, fuck this shit. But she wasn't. There was like 3 or 4 spots that Charlotte took where I legit think she might have died.
Well, yeah, like her screams in agony and pain sound much like her father. Oh God!
Ooh, the spear through the barricade that didn't even break it, which meant that Asuka fucking motorboated bloody Charlotte's tit. Macro gift that motherfucker.
You made Dean Ambrose proud.
But yeah, some of the Charlotte like the spot on the table when the sort of the table broke, but only just about. You know, there's going to be bruises and welts on Charlotte tomorrow. I don't know how the fuck they're going to do it on SmackDown. What the hell they're going to do? The great thing is they're saying it's a new era, but it's like there wasn't as much bad on SmackDown as there was with Raw. So I don't know why they need to change that as much. But any new blood is always good wherever it goes. I'm wondering, because of the fact you have heel champs, whether they might have Heavy Machinery go to SmackDown and challenge for the belts to be somebody other than the Usos and New Day. Considering the Colognes are sort of MIA, and I swear Anderson and Gallows want to go to All Elite. But then again, considering Gallows was boasting that he was getting paid $640,000 a year in New Japan right before he left, who knows? Yeah, it's unclear what's actually going to happen tomorrow. We'll see. Please be excited. As Nintendo once said. I'm trying to refresh, see if it. Oh no, still no news on anything happening on the Raws. Right. Yeah, the gauntlet match from the timing actually went 53 minutes from bell to bell.
Oh my God, it's not Rollins and Ziggler or Shawn Michaels and John Cena. Why did it have to go that long? It's not even Royal Rumble yet.
Yeah, you've got a pad. Paddy, pad. Dup. I guess the other issue that I do have with all these talents coming up, and I've seen quite a few people, few of my friends and few of not friends, and just general chatter on social media. Part of me doesn't want them to go up because what the fuck is WWE Creative going to do to them? Because we saw what they've done to Revival, we saw what they've done to Lucha House Party of sorts, we saw what they've done to AOP. I guess we've seen what we've done they've done with Sanity, even though they've barely been fucking involved. They sort of get discarded of some sort. In breaking news, PCO and Dr. Destro have just destroyed a gym. He's not human. I've got a black tongue, though, so I'm fucking emo. I don't get that, Dr. Destra. I know he's there as the handler to like do the close-up magic stuff that they do.
Which is cool. That's different.
It is, but also I'm like, there's a reason why you haven't seen him on Ring of Honor yet. Because they're like, we don't want anything to do with your fucking shit, mate. Speaking of PCO, Final Battle. This is the pay-per-view that you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there were like other pay-per-views that happened as well. So I was just like clarifying. It wasn't the Bellator pay-per-view.
Yeah, this sort of work. I think there was a Powerbomb.tv live stream of Too Legit to Quit from Freelance Wrestling, which had their own I Quit match. I don't know if it was overbooked ridiculously like ROH's, but I did not mind.
I'm not booked. So yeah, Kenny King beat Eli Hirsom in a. Oh wait, we're trying to give somebody an opportunity, but we didn't. Maybe. Jeff Cobb beat Hangman Page because he's leaving. In the elimination match, the winner was Kelly Klein. And then hugged Sunny Sakai afterwards, meaning, oh, well, that fucking gimmick's gone out the window.
Well, I mean, I really enjoyed Page and Cobb greatly, actually.
Yeah, that was the match of the night for me.
Some of the stuff that Adam did, I think, was very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally, wasn't my favorite. We'll get to it. I mean, Kelly Klein does make the most sense. I think I'm intrigued to see who she could be going up against next.
There's not really many options
because there's nobody else left.
Right.
Zack Sabre Jr. beat Jonathan Gresham.
It was a solid match.
And was a cocky little ass about it because he's Zack Sabre Jr. Of course he fucking is. Matt Taven beat Dalton Castle. I don't know how, because that bump that Taven took when he landed on the barrier, I think he broke 17,000 ribs.
I jumped in my bed. I grabbed my dad. We were terrified.
Then for me, the match, just because of the storyline and everything behind it. Well, I guess the two-part match of the night, because it followed through beautifully here. So we had Marty Scurll beat Daniels via the chicken wing. And I'm like, well, there goes my idea. And Daniels does his celebrations, poses on the turnbuckle. And Bully Ray comes from nowhere and low blows him. Calls out Flip Gordon, who comes through the crowd with a red, white, and blue kendo stick. And they go on for a bit. Todd Sinclair, the referee, gets involved. Flip's girlfriend gets involved. Daniels gets involved. And the key bit is he starts going after Kerry Silkin that sat at ringside. And just as he's about to smack him with a kendo stick, Daniels dives in front and takes the blow himself. Key plot point. I
like how the IWC, for most of the night, just did not know who that hot blonde chick was. And she looked bored.
They clearly didn't listen. They clearly didn't listen to the commentary. Even Colt got involved. And then eventually the lights went out, came back on, and oh look, it's Sandman. Gives his blessing with another Singapore cane, and also Silas Young got involved, and they teased like setting a table on fire, and I'm going, that's fucking water, innit? The amount of bloody liquid that they're putting on that table, that's fucking water. Because if you set fire to that table with all that liquid on, the entire building will fucking explode. And then with some smacks of the kendo stick aplenty, Bully Ray says, I quit. Flip wins.
I'm okay with Flip winning because that's the story we need to tell. Here's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't like the finish.
What, with the kendo sticks?
Yeah.
What?
Anybody that has seen what Bully Ray has been through in other companies knows that a few lashings with a Singapore cane is not going to make him quit. It doesn't fit his character, and it doesn't fit in general. There needed to be a lot more of an exclamation point ending. This tells me this isn't over yet.
Oh, I mean, I kind of think it does because first it exacted his revenge on him with the kendo sticks, and then Bully Ray could have very may well like quit ROH. Like when he walked away, the commentary just grilled him, saying, "Oh, I hope that piece of trash is out of here now." And that's why I love their commentary.
Well, as you know, if you read the spoilers, you didn't. So we'll get to that.
On ROH TV.
Correct.
Oh.
Zack Ryder beat Mojo Rawley apparently in the dark match before tonight's Raw, by the way.
God, could Lizard just get fired, please?
Well, it looks as if there's no main event taping, so, Sucks to be main event. Then Jay Lethal beat Cody. Cody dressed up as fucking Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, he did.
I'm trying to work out which character Brandy was dressed up as. Because it wasn't revealing enough to be quiet. I didn't look like Sniper Wolf, even though apparently that's one of Cody's favorite. You know, it was unclear. It must have been some sort of reference, probably.
It was. I just don't know exactly off the top of my head what it was.
But Cody was like basically fuck Ring of Honor. Which suddenly changed to, oh no, I like them. It's just like, and the great thing is, Cody was being heelish, but the crowd was still cheering for him. But they were cheering for Lethal as well, so it was like, I get it, he's trying to be the heel, but people don't forget.
True.
And then the Briscoes beat the Ladder War, because of course they did. Because every single Ladder War, the Briscoes win as long as they're in it.
Right.
I think. I don't know. I need the history of Ladder Wars.
Hold on.
Yeah. That was the Young Bucks and the Hardys. That was SCU.
SCU.
The Addiction. The Young Bucks beat Motor City Machine Guns and Addiction. Adam Cole beat Jay Briscoe. I take it back. Cole beat Briscoe in Ladder War 5. And the All Night Express beat the Briscoe brothers at Ladder War 3. So I take it back. Also, that's like the second Ladder War of the year. I just realized. Because they had a Ladder War at Supercard of Honor.
Yep.
Huh. So, then on the TV tapings in Philly, Jeff Cobb beat the Luchasaurus. Oh, look! It's fucking Lucha Underground.
Ring the bell!
Ladder match! No, that was the night before. Dario.
I was really sad. I was going to tune back into Lucha Underground like full time weekly, and then I noticed that Dario Cueto, they went ahead with the storyline and said he was shot. I'm like,
Oh, you weren't here when we did this 3 weeks ago, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
You haven't been paying attention. Oh.
Rick.
Oh, wow.
No, the last couple weeks I've been off a lot of days.
If you don't mind, Owen, we're gonna have in a few minutes. We'll have a Lucha Underground hijack. So other stuff in the tapings. Sumi Sakai and Jenny Rose beat Team C Stars of Ashley Vox and Delmi Exo, which I'm confused by because they split up. They split up in Shikara. One's evil and one's like good, but they're working in another company. So, huh? I don't know. Then apparently Sabin, Flip Gordon, Marty Scurll, and Dalton Castle have all earned world title shots. So they'll face each other to see who gets the first title shot, with the winner challenging Jay Lethal at Honor Reign Supreme on January 13th. But then Taven comes out, says he's the real champ, and cuts a promo on all of them, and then had a fight with Lethal. So, wow. Kelly Klein beat Nikki Adams to retain her belt. saying that she's going to be putting the title on the line for every single match that they have. And then Jenny Rose came out challenging Kelly to a street fight on a Reign Supreme. So then Daniels is in a suit saying that Scorpio and Frankie Kazarian are at home recovering after Final Battle.
They were literally on in like the net 2 matches on from this. You lie.
Now he lost to Marty, which means he doesn't have a contract anymore, so he's got to say farewell. Except here comes Joe Koff and says, I've thought about my decision, and I saw what you did protecting Carey from that strike from Bully Ray. I'm offering you a new contract, Daniels. And the crowd is like marking the fuck out. And then here comes Shane Taylor, beat the shit out of Daniels and tears up the contract. Automatic nuclear heat for Shane Taylor. Dalton Castle won the 4-way. Zack Sabre Jr. beat Tracy Williams. Madison Rayne and Dr. Britt Baker beat the Twisted Sisters. Which is somewhat of a shame because the Twisted Sisters are a tag team. One of them's married to Josh Matthews, and the other one's married to, I think they're married, aren't they?
I don't know if they're married.
I've forgotten his name.
If they're married, you can have free dental appointments.
Aaron, what's his name?
I don't know.
Adam Cole, baby!
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I gotta start something new.
Why else do you think Adam's teeth look fucking impeccable?
That is cool.
Then the Briscoes beat SCU in their rematch.
Them boys.
I guess because there wasn't actually a contract signing with Daniels, they've left it open as to So then Marty Scurll comes out and says that he's coming for the world title, and then here come the Kingdom and Matt Taven goes, you going after the title? What? All by yourself? Because look, all your friends have gone. So immediately I'm going, well, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is blatantly coming, and when a line like's that done, because it's going to be airing in like 3 or 4 weeks' time.
I saw this on their YouTube channel, so that segment's not going to air for another month.
I think they put it on all the social medias because they were just like, look, people know about it. We might as well give a tease to this.
Yeah. Oh, they gave the whole thing.
And Skull goes, just because I got friends leaving, just can't, because I can't make new. And so I noticed here, there's a T-shirt on Marty that says Villain Enterprises.
Yep.
And then the lights go out. Oh shit, it's Brody King. And then you can see the Kingdom and like going, that's only 2. Lights go out. Then zappy stuff happens. And here's PCO. And they are Villain Enterprises. I still don't know whether that, like the graphics and everything that we've seen with the heartbeat, is actually PCO or whether that's somebody else.
It is. It's PCO.
Oh.
I'm just wondering now whether it's Bandito, considering they just announced that he's signed. Or the belief is that he's signed anyway.
No, it's PCO.
Well, because they never had the heartbeat thing in the graphics when they showed it on the screen. So I'm just wondering.
Nothing else makes any sense.
It's Taz.
Well, I have an answer to this, but the team hasn't been a team in a while, so it doesn't really make any sense.
Eliasson beat Assad. Roosh beat TKO Ryan. And then Roosh got beaten the shit out of. Because, of course, he did. Oh, yeah, that's what happened on Friday at the same time as this. Because this started an hour early because they gave it 4 hours. the MLW live show happened with Roosh beating Rich Swann, and then got into a fight with LA Park because the match that nobody could do in Mexico is happening in New York.
I was somewhat look forward to MLW Fusion Live, but I was quite disappointed. It was only an hour live special.
No, there's only an hour of TV time that they gave it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? Teddy Hart won a fucking title.
That seems like a brutal ladder match for television.
Yes, because it's Teddy Hart.
I was watching that on my tablet and then the final battle through my laptop and my TV, and I was like, oh.
Interestingly, then Juice Robinson PJ Black by DQ with Nick Aldis on commentary, and PJ shoved the ref into the ropes and caused Juice to get crotched, which led to the DQ. And then afterwards, Juice basically said, "You'll be seeing a lot more of me in Ring of Honor in 2019." So is Juice the heartbeat thing? Because the juice is loose. Shane Taylor beat Mike Law. And then he was like, if you're wondering who paid me to take care of Daniels, I did it for myself. And then Colt Cabana interviewed Flip Gordon, saying he wanted a world title shot. And then Kenny King says, I deserve it more. I'm the last guy that pinned him. Which is, I guess, true. Silas Young beat Beer City Bruiser in an ODQ match, which is also part of the TV title contender tournament thing. Villain Enterprises were supposed to be challenging for the Kingdom's 6-man titles, but they didn't. So instead, they beat the shit out of Cheeseburger, Elias and Ryan Nova. And then Lethal, Flip, and the Best Friends beat Cody, the Bucks, and Hangman Page. Exclusively for the Club of Honor.
Makes sense.
And then Bully Ray, Silas Young, Shane Taylor, and the Briscoes interrupted Elite's post-show speech and beat the shit out of them. Despite Lethal, Flip, the Best Friends, and Colt trying to make saves. I thought Bully Ray was done with this company, but whatever. Right. Now I need to try and find my notes. The most important notes in the history of professional wrestling. Mainly because Aaron hasn't experienced it in a while.
Oh, no.
Giggity, giggity. Although, because there's so many bloody reviews, I'm struggling to find it in the list. Damn it.
List.
Yeah.
You just made the list.
No, that's old-fashioned. You need to paint your face up like a fucking weird boy.
Nigel! Stupid son of a bitch!
Yes.
I saw that. Good. It's funny. I think it's his new catchphrase.
There it is. Oh, so Ultima Lucha 4 Part DOS.
Oh, I did not see this.
I'm not even going to tell. All I'm going to sort of tell you is that Marty the Moth became champion via shenanigans.
Oh, he follows me on Instagram.
Pentagon challenged him.
Wow.
And Pentagon won. And then Vampiro beat the shit out of Pentagon. And then here comes Hexagon Dark, which is actually Australian Suicide, but you're not supposed to know that. And then bloody Jake Strong, Jack Swagger shows up, cashing in his Gift of the Gods title shot. And Pentagon passes out to the ankle lock, and Jake Strong is your new champion.
American, not Mexican. Oh, American.
Lucha Underground's set in LA, isn't it? So it's
Yeah.
And then it begins. No, not a fucking advert. Thanks, Air China, you fucks. So, King Cuerno is there, meeting with Aerostar and Drago as they agree to put the gauntlet into hiding that I think Marty had or something. I can't even remember. Or was it Matanza? Whatever. Somebody had it. But Drago gets it because they talk about a she that wants to use it. What the fuck? But wait, there's more. Because Black Lotus appears from out of nowhere, missing for months, and finds Matanza's cage and whatever, and it goes,
I know who killed my parents.
it was you. And then Black Lotus is the one that has the gauntlet. She is the she.
What?
And she fucking rips out Matanza's heart.
But wait, there's more. Because Drago gets the gauntlet back somehow. I don't know how. This is never shown because post edits, and they're going to keep it locked away forever. Except, oh fuck, Jake Strong has shown up, has beaten the shit out of Drago, and he has the gauntlet. And he simply says,
It now belongs to us.
but wait. Taya had like a little doll, didn't she? Or no, it was, what's his name? Johnny
Mundo.
No, the other one. The one that was a wannabe Johnny Mundo that had the doll. That killed Jack Evans and killed PJ Black and whatever. Somehow she got the doll and meets with Johnny and says, oh, I got my revenge and let's go on a honeymoon. And Taya attacks him and goes,
I'm not your wife. I'm a god.
but wait. Antonio Cueto is meeting with some shady figures. Strong's there, covered in blood, and says, it's Matanza's blood. And then, you know, Antonio, your son's sacrifice will never be forgotten. And the mysterious limo man is revealed. We need to find a new host because it's time to take over the world. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
What?
Yeah, the mystery limo man is Stu fucking Bennett. But wait! 1 year ago, flashback. Dario's funeral is taking place. It's a sad affair. Antonio's there. And just about as he's about to close the coffin, Aerostar with his time traveling stuff puts that special amulet thing in the casket with Dario. And Dario comes to life. And as the lid goes, he just goes, "What the fuck?" And that's how it fucking ended.
Wow. That's a lot to end a season.
Yes, that was like, we need to do as much shit to make them go, they need a 5th season. Otherwise, people are not, because nobody fucking watched it, including me. I just looked at the write-ups, and then as soon as I saw the write-ups for the finale, I had to watch the episode because it just looked so fucking batshit crazy. And you know what? I was right.
I need to get back into Lucha Underground.
Well, too bad it's not on Netflix anymore.
That was only the 2 seasons or the.
Yeah, and then the deal expired. Because
Wow.
So I guess the big stuff in other news, Austin Theory is your new Evolve champion, beating Fabian Eichner and Roderick Strong. The tag team match with the Street Profits, JD Drake and Nancy Henry and all that, ended in a double no contest because Eddie Kingston came out and beat the shit out of everybody. And then, interestingly, Montez Ford of the Street Profits challenged Eddie to a match on the January show in New York. So I'm wondering whether that means we're going to get some sort of Evolved tag team match with Homicide and Eddie Kingston. Also, Austin Theory sacked his manager, Priscilla Kelly, after the title win. So that was nice. The really interesting thing that happened at the MLG Fusion, not the live thing, the tapings. Please tell me you heard about this, Owen. So it was a no DQ match, and Low Key beat Conan by referee stoppage because Low Key, El Hail de LA Park, and Ricky Martinez wouldn't stop attacking Conan.
Okay.
And then low-key shanked Conan.
Oh my god! I read about that.
He actually, I mean, not really, but they made it look as if he was actually shanking him and killing him.
Was this in the ring?
Hi, BN Sports. You want kid-friendly wrestling? We'll fucking shank you then, and we'll put Teddy Hart as the middleweight champion. You fuck, son.
Because you're the authority.
Court Bauer, you crazy son of a bitch.
Wow.
No,
MLW's really making a name for themselves. 2018, pretty quick.
we now know that the number one contender gauntlet match will be featuring Chaos, which is going to be Goto, Beretta, and Chucky T. Cue Chuck Taylor on Twitter now going, "Oh fuck, I can't live tweet this anymore and be drunk because I'm going to be wrestling in it." Yes.
That's what JBL said after he tweeted about Cody Rhodes and his dead father.
That's not tumbleweeds, that's just awkward. Minoru Suzuki is on the pre-show, teaming up with Lance Archer and David Boy Smith Jr. I find that depressing. Taguchi Japan, this time comprising of Taguchi, Makabe, and Toriano. Taguchi and Toriano is an interesting combination. Tag team champs, please. We've also got Michael Elgin, Jeff Cobb, and David Finlay, and the elite of Marty Skrull, Hammond Page, and Yujiro.
That's interesting.
They're also doing Tiger Mask and Jushin Thunder Liger versus Jobbers, Yuji Nagata and Nakanishi versus Honma and Hanare, and then Tenkoji versus Jobbers on the Fan Fest thing on January 3rd. And then, hang on, I need to send this over as a Facebook link to. I don't know how to send it to you, Aaron. Whether Owen can share it with you once he gets it.
Yeah, Twitter and Messenger.
Oh no, true. I could do it there. I don't know whether even Owen saw this. Oh fuck! It won't work. That won't work. Fuck it. Did you see what happened in the 8-man tag? Owen or not on the Go Home show for New Japan?
No.
Hang on. Come on, mandatory / wrestles, whatever I want to fucking call you. Is that it? Fucking load Twitter. Oh no, it's just gift. It just got gift. Hang on. So if I copy that tweet, copy link to tweet, send it to Owen. There's no sound on it, sadly, because you can't hear the Japanese guy laughing his fucking ass off because he's so excited by it. Let me quickly have a see. I can send it to Aaron. Where the shit are you? Oh no, there you are, slipping into my DMs. Really, it's been 2 fucking years. Wow. There it is. There's the GIF I need you both to see. It's a GIF that made me excited for the match in one move because of how stupid it is, yet at the same time, how fucking awesome it is. The best way to sum it up is Ibushi goes for a springboard Rana from the outside of the ring onto the top of the ropes and then onto the mat. He does it, and Ospreay lands directly on his feet and no sells. Cut to the camera angle from the turnbuckle side, and Kota's got the look on his face as if to go, "Oh fuck." And then you just see him slightly look to his side and everything. And then, Ospreay just looks around as if to go, "What the fuck did you just do?" I saw it live and I was just like, oh. I didn't think there was going to be anything exciting come out of it, just generic sort of build. I mean, the exciting shit happened actually before this, a few hours before, because they did a press conference when Jericho and Naito sort of had a fight and smacked the table around by the mic, so everybody got deafened by the mics. Oh shit.
That's amazing. Like that GIF. I really think that man should face Ricochet.
He already has. Have you not seen their matches? They're fucking awesome.
I have to watch them.
I mean, at least 1 or 2 of them were bloody What Culture / Defiant, so you know.
Wow.
They're there online. What do you think, Owen?
No, I saw that. I don't remember where I saw it, but I remember seeing that. I didn't see the conclusion of it. I just saw the actual spot itself.
Yeah. As I say, if you can try and find the video of it somewhere, I don't know where, the Japanese guy like giggling like a fucking schoolgirl to it is like brilliant. It's like, it's just like, oh my god. Even he has lost his fucking mind. I don't know who it was. If it was Liger, that's even more fucking awful. Yeah, that went down. Nothing else major went down on that sort of stuff. Mainly because like Young Bucks and whatever were halfway around the world, so they couldn't do any build up to the tag title match and whatever. And Zack Sabre Jr. couldn't be involved with Ishii. Johnny Gargano was showing up at the Evolve shows in January, which is an interesting move.
Wow.
And then, as a make good for all the WWE talents being pulled off Fight Club Pro's card for Hurricane Hall, WWE is loaning out to Fight Club Akira Tozawa, which I think will be Tozawa's first match in Japan for maybe a couple of years, or maybe a year, you know, since the signing. I don't know whether he worked any of the Japan house shows. I'd have thought he would, but if he hasn't, you know, it's a nice little make good for Trent. And the other guy in charge, Zach, I think it is, or Zaki. I'm trying to see the other notes. Ala Quinta got a pretty impressive win over. I was going to say Keith Lee, but it can't be Keith Lee. Bloody Kevin Lee. I eventually remembered the name. Overall, an interesting Fox show, in all honesty, given that the last one actually had a ratings high compared to the past couple of years. But then again, those were sort of like for shows which were on holiday, so they never were going to be brilliant in terms of placement, in all honesty. But they did pretty good. I'll see if I can quickly go through the results in terms of who got the bonuses and all that. Ala Quinta got performance of the night, along with Charles Oliveira beating Jim Miller in the opening match of the Fox main card with a rear naked choke submission after only about 70 seconds or something. And then the match between Joaquin Silva and Jared Gordon on the undercard. And the lightweight division actually got the fight of the night. So some of the undercard guys actually got $50,000 as well, which was nice. Christ, what are you fucking clicking there, Aaron?
I'm taking a survey.
So interestingly, so they did 2 straight nights in Hawaii for Bellator 212 and 213. We had a new lightweight champion crown with Michael Chandler beating Brent Primus via a comfortable unanimous decision. I mean, when it's 50-45 across all 3 cards, you know you fucking lost. Also, Frank Mir lost as well, losing to Javi Alaya. But it turns out the second night, the night on the Saturday night show, was their equivalent of like a tribute to the troops. Basically, all the forces people that are over on Hawaii for various things were invited free of charge to the arena. And they got a pretty decent showcase, I'd say. King Mo lost. That's the best thing of all. King Mo fucking lost. Liam McGeary beat him. The English beat the Americans. Oh, I never normally get to really say that. LOL! Nyman Gracie.
Wow.
Nyman Gracie won his quarterfinal match against Ed Roof with a 4th round rear naked choke submission. In the catchweight fight, because I think Carvalho missed weight from what I remember. Lyoto Machida beat Carvalho, although it was a split decision. I think it was 2-29-28 in favor of Machida to a 29-28 in front of Carvalho. It was a very sort of, depends how you look at it. It wasn't, a fix like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And in the main event, for the women's flyweight belt, Ilma Leigh McFarlane retained over Valerie Letourneau with a triangle choke midway through the third. And then with other stuff, which chat was mentioning about last week, ironically, I don't know why I did it with that tone of voice, but whatever. UFC 233 is no longer happening. Basically, because they couldn't get a main event of any suitable quality, they've just got rid of it and have moved matches to other cards. So the Robbie Lawler-Ben Askren fight is now going to be on 235 in like March, I think. Quite a few of them have moved to the debut ESPN fight as well. A few of the others have moved to fight nights. There's, some stuff here and there. But yeah, so that only leaves us with the UFC show in a couple of weekends' time with Cyborg and Nunes and John Jones and Gustafsson and Carlos Condit. Apparently on Ariel Helwani's show today, Vitor Belfort wants to come out of retirement for the 79,000th time. Just noticing Uriah Hall was actually on the early prelims for the Fight Pass. And wow, former heavyweight champ Andrei Arlovsky's only on the Fox Sports 1 prelims. And Kat Zingano. And BJ Penn. Wow. They're really trying to do a lot on Fox Sports 1 and then have a decent to solid main card. I guess they're trying to go crazy on Fox Sports. That's a better card than what we have on UFC on Fox. What? That don't make sense. With the boxing, the British guy stood no chance against Alvarez. I'm not that surprised that. I mean, I'm surprised that he got up every time because I was just like, look, stay down. You're gonna die if you don't. There were a couple of releases this week. One we believe is Tucker from NXT UK. That isn't Tucker Knight, by the way. That's the UK Tucker. No word on what's happened with him. However, the one we can confirm, because I need cough sweet. Nick Miller of the Mighty apparently has been released. Basically, word is they let him go a few weeks back because his wife gave birth to their child and went over to obviously check on the kid and basically said that they want to stay around to be around the kid for a bit. And so from what I can tell, they basically granted him his release and will welcome him back with sort of open arms if he does want to come back. So yeah, WWE being inclusive for a fucking change. I shouldn't say that. They're literally recording the SmackDown TV, or they're recording the Christmas TV, and Christmas TV and New Year TV over the next couple of weeks, rather than rather than having make them work live, despite the time of year, which is surprising. More news from the Raw spoilers for next week. Even though I'm guessing me and Owen might be covering it next week. I don't know. Sasha, Bailey, and Ember Moon beat Mickie James, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox, with the Riot Squad attacking the faces afterwards. Then Finn beat McIntyre and Ziggler. However, before the match,
Drew McIntyre declared
he's the first man that isn't R-Truth in the Rumble. Basically, Balor won, pinning Ziggler. Drew tried to do a post-match attack, but Ziggler hit him with a zigzag, so that happened. Then Heyman comes out for a celebrating the holiday segment, saying that Lesnar will beat Strowman, except here comes Strowman. Interestingly, not with his sling. Scares and taunts Heyman, puts a Santa hat on his head, and promises to beat Lesnar for the title at the Rumble. That has happened so far. I may not be bothered to refresh for the final hour. There's a Falls Count Anywhere match with Eddie Edwards and Moose been added to the Homecoming pay-per-view card for Impact on what's it called weekend? January 4th / January 5th / January 6th weekend, because we're extending it, everybody. And then this is the interesting one, which cropped up when I was actually at the cinema. UFC pulled out of their deal with 11 Sports, the digital streaming service, and have already, within 24 hours, signed a deal with BT, or renewed the deal, I guess, with BT in the UK. The word is that basically, per the details of UFC's contract, it had to be, their service had to be available on a television service, be it, you know, a subscription thing like BT or even on like pay-per-view. Nobody was willing to deal with them. And so much so, apparently, due to the lack of money that they're apparently getting, because only about 50,000 people have apparently even paid for this service. And that's obviously, that's open to only UK people, so you're already restricting it. Apparently, they're already trying to renegotiate their deals for Italian and Spanish soccer. Otherwise, they might be going out of business. The company only started 4 months ago. That's gonna be rivaling 5-star wrestling in terms of how long it fucking lasted. In all honesty. There were a new set of Performance Center tryouts featuring a certain Penelope Ford. Joey Janela's losing everybody to the E, isn't he? What a poor guy. What a poor guy. The MVP award at Tokyo Sports went to Tanahashi. Match of the year went to the Dominion match, you know, when Omega beat Okada 2-1. I am wondering if Kenny is going to be losing to Tana because of All Elite.
It's possible, but I think it's a transitional champion if that's what ended up being what happens. But I don't know.
That's what I'm a little concerned by. But we'll see. Then don't think there was. I think I've covered all the American indie stuff that I can think of. There was an OTT show. Oh no, Shine. I forgot about that. I think there were some title changes. I need to double check as well because apparently there was some sort of. I don't know whether this actually. No, I don't think. I think it must have been a gift that I saw on British Strong Style Gifts from a previous show when Tyler Bate came out dressed as Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne came out dressed as Tyler Bate. And some sort of weird, crazy shit. So in OTT in Ireland, the big surprise is Volta retained against Bonesaw. So I guess he's still part of the company. Speaking of Volta, I actually caught up with the last couple of weeks of the new Loaded Defiant stuff. It looks as if Volta might be dropping the internet title to Martin Kirby.
Interesting.
Is an interesting development, especially because Kirby was making fun of him on this past weekend's show. Also, the women's title is no longer on Bea Priestley. It's not even on Lana Austin. It's on Kanji, who is an Asian girl who's only had technically 2 matches in Defiant. And I think she's only been wrestling for in or around a year. And they've already given her the world title. Which has me a little concerned. As in, couldn't you give it to somebody that actually has been there for a while? I understand why you probably can't do it with, or it didn't make sense to do it again with Millie McKenzie because it was so soon. But the thing is, with Millie McKenzie, she's sort of been on and around the scene for the past 2 or 3 years because she's been wrestling since she was like 15 or 16, just sort of like Nixon Newell did. You know, there's a very good comparison between them, except one's actually from Wolverhampton and the other's from Wales. But putting the belt on Kanji that they have, I'm not sure because, you know, she seemed impressive apparently in a Pro Wrestling Eve match from what I've seen from that happened a few weeks back. But other than that, she hasn't really done a lot of wrestling, at least on the mainstream scene, that a lot of people would have seen. So I know she is like a champion in the Nottinghamshire promotion where she's local to or whatever, but I don't know. A little concerned. A little concerned by it all. Speaking of women's wrestling, though, the Shine Show, Shotzi Blackheart beat Christina Marie. Ali Rex and Willow Nightingale beat Brandy Lauren and Jenna. Priscilla Kelly beat both of Rainbow Bright in a handicap match. Kiera Hogan beat Errol Monroe. Arja Pereira beat Dementia DeRose to retain. Mercedes Martinez beat Kimberly. And Allysin Kay retained the Shine title against Sue Young. Because of course she did. I think... Oh, that was the other show. God, I even forgot that show happened bloody Friday. The Impact Wrestling Rockstar Pro crossover thing. Nothing really major sort of happened on it. LAX retained their tag titles in the Triple Threat. Moose won. Nevaeh and Jessica Havoc beat Ali and Samantha Heights, probably because one of them is in a relationship with the booker. Zachary Wentz beat Jeremiah. John Murray beat Stone Rockwell. Trey Miguel beat Ace Austin, Clayton Gaines, Kevin Bennett, Matt Sydal, and Ron Mathis in a mosh pit scramble match, whatever that is. Eddie Edwards beat Larry D. What does the D stand for? Dick. And then OVE beat the Night Riders. So, in essence, I don't know why that show happened. Especially when it was up against other stuff that was happening. I don't think there's any major wrestling events happening this weekend. Especially because it's like so close to Christmas. Well, it does remind me whether there was any House of Glory results. No, I don't want results from 2016, you idiot. Oh, look, they actually tweeted them out. Maybe. Oh god, they're retweeting so many tweets. It's just like, there we go. Sonya Strong retained the women's title on the House of Glory show. Beating Chris Statlander. Oh, apparently the Crown Jewel title got vacated because Sami Callihan was stripped of the title due to flight delays.
Flight delays? He was on the fucking Impact show.
I think it was the same day. Mantequilla won anyway, beating Evander James. LAX retained that. Oh, it must have been a different day then, because LAX were actually on the card. Retaining the House of Glory tag titles against Smiley and Amazing Red. When Red left Smiley. Okay, what the fuck? Leroy Green tried to bring the old Smiley back. And then, yeah, Smiley turned against the House of Gangones, but Red missed into Leroy, and yeah, he's turned bad, apparently. TJ Marconi turned on his partner, Brian Burgundy, ending the tag team that they had. Anthony Gongon retained the world title against Shane Strickland, and then called out David Arquette for a match in 2019. Okay. I'm guessing that's going to probably be bloody WrestleMania weekend. And then a steel cage match saw Ken Broadway beat Matt Travis. Their next show is February 9th, apparently, with Jordan Grace and Pentagon Jr.
There's also G1 Supercard April 5th. I will be buying that paper.
Except you'll be watching the Thingamyboo. I can't even remember. Also, it says a lot that trending at the minute is Sasha, Natty, and then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Nothing to do with Raw. Just them.
Wow.
SmackDown Live is trending higher than fucking Raw. Whee! You know that you're.
Well, this Raw, for some reason, just wasn't something to tweet about.
Yeah.
I know I did.
From what it looks like, the only stuff happening this coming weekend is there's an anniversary show for WXW in Oberhausen, and the final ICW tapings up in Scotland at the Garage, brushing over goose on Sunday. But yeah, because it's Christmas, nobody's doing a show because they're sensible. Shouldn't say that because now I'm going to go to Beyond Wrestling and they're probably doing another New Year. Well, I guess they can't do a New Year's Eve show like last year, because it's a Monday going into a Tuesday. Oh, I take it back. Heavy Lies the Crown is New Year's Eve, so there is stuff happening. Tracy Williams, Orange Cassidy. Oh God, Josh Briggs and Nick Gage in a fan bring the weapons match. And David Starr's last American match before he sort of makes a temporary, permanent, whatever you want to call it, move to America. David Starr's taking on Chris Dickinson. Ooh, Timothy Thatcher, Simon Grimm. Oh, I think I know what you're going to have to watch on Powerbomb.tv on New Year's Eve, Aaron.
Oh, I'm going on there right now. Check their schedule. I got to request New Year's Eve off. I actually might be at a certain theme park on New Year's Eve.
Jurassic Park. Holy fucking shit, the dinosaur is wanking off Jeff Goldblum.
Oh.
Here you go. He's just seen him wanking off Jeff Goldblum.
No. No, it's December 30th. There's a Women's Wrestling Revolution event.
Yeah, that's probably the pre-show for that. Wow.
The one you just mentioned was is it from Beyond Wrestling? Heavy Lies the Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's here.
Yeah.
5 p.m. That's early. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're not going till midnight like I did last year. That's sad.
Same start time for
everything.
Cool.
Interesting to see what we have to cover next week, because obviously there won't be very much indie stuff happening. There will be. I know there's a load of Southside stuff over the New Year. Is it the New Year weekend? Is it right to classify that, Owen, even though it's not the New Year yet?
Yeah.
That's not a clarified answer.
Oh yeah, next weekend, like it's the 29th and 30th.
Next weekend, I guess, is Christmas weekend, and the following weekend is New Year, even though like Christmas and New Year are Tuesday.
Yeah, they're both Tuesday. Wow.
Also, whoever's on the Final Battle wiki, can you please get the typo right? Because it says he attacked Young with a kendo stick and later handed it to Gorodon, who hit Ray with it multiple times and thought that isn't how you spell Gordon. Gordon. Gordon, I think, is like a Lord of the Rings character, isn't it? I don't know. So I think that'll do. Pretty much 2 hours. Seems about fair. Just watch PCO destroying a gym. That's all that matters. That's the moral of the story for tonight. Because, you know, oh no! What if you like do the impossible and keep? You know, if we're the bookers, keep tweeting to WWE that you either like want the Young Bucks or PCO, or trying to think other people that are signed to other companies for like multiple years.
Those youth bucks.
Oh, and just to piss off the Saudi prince, Ultimate Warrior. Can you bring him back? He's not dead, we're honest. Is he?
Can one of you check to chat, see if there's anything in there? Because I totally missed chat tonight.
Is it? So now we're into the bit where we talk about the Oscars shorts, don't we, Owen?
We will.
I'm a little concerned that Sorry to Bother You didn't make it into original score. I mean, it made it into song, but what is Crazy Rich Asians up for best original score?
Jeremy Mills said hello.
Okay, good.
Hi.
That's good to know. So, sorry, it's because I'm not in chat because I'm having to get all the other stuff up. Ali just seems to be turning, in terms of Impact stuff, if you are interested, Ali seems to be turning evil. Eddie's broken out of the mental institution. Eli Drake went in because he thinks that Raven is a dying breed. Because, of course, they got their Monsters Ball match. Or he's got the Monsters Ball match with Abyss in January.
Which I predict it'll be his first time to go through thumbtacks. He's gonna go on to barbed wire or thumbtacks.
Probably. I don't think they've added anything else to that other than the Oh, Tessa Blanchard, Ty Valkyrie, Regal Kim as ref. Guess that's the.
Hueva loca. I'm really not
Yeah,
with the
right.
hype of Taya Valkyrie. I don't know about you two.
Oh, and Ethan Page is wrestling as Ethan Page rather than fucking Joseph Park's brother.
That was funny for a while though.
Yeah, but I know how good Ethan Page is. That's
Yeah,
the
I heard
problem.
good things about him.
That's the problem, man. That's the problem. Actually, I just remembered that Alpha One had show. Well, no, Alpha One were putting out weird tweets this week by saying, "Oh wait, you won't be seeing this on Powerbomb," which I'm confused by. It's like, well, where can I see it then? Anyway, yeah. I don't think there's anything else that I can see. Hang on, what the shit is this?
We might be doing a podcast soon. Stay tuned. We may be doing a talking about the SAGs and the Critics' Choice potentially. Stay tuned for that.
So I don't know whether that's something backstage. Austin Creed seems to be maybe backstage at Raw, watching the IC title match. Then somebody noted, "Why is Lana dressed like Tyrone Biggums?" And then Austin Creed just like tweeted a load of fucking letters, mainly and then I just see the tweet. I'm confused. I'm guessing the Oscars thing is maybe towards the end of the month.
If
Yeah.
they can find another host.
What, Owen? I couldn't hear that because Aaron talked.
Yeah, that's going to be what we're doing.
Are we doing it in terms of like Golden Globes separate, like on the same day or not?
I'm not sure. We'll have to talk about it later.
We'll have to. Yeah, we've still got a week and a bit to establish it.
I have to be up in 5 hours.
That's fun.
Yeah. So we'll wind it down. I'm on Twitter at Ash is my name UK. I'll say it before Owen does anyway, to save a little bit of time.
You can follow me on Twitter as well at MRENT92, Mr. Entertainment 92, and then Instagram, all lowercase, MR Mr. Entertainment 92. Same screen name for my Facebook page. I guess a New Year's resolution would be to reach 500 likes on there. And started to post more rather than sporadically, seasonally, I should say, on social media. I was happy to be back tonight. Thanks to Owen for allowing me to always leave the door open to come back and discuss one of my favorite hobbies with you gentlemen. So,
Of course.
Just noticed that Shikara's going to stop doing DVDs and Blu-rays. Basically, it'll only be available via streaming or VOD. No physical media.
keep up the times. It's all about streaming.
Yeah, but then you don't get the artwork or on the DVD cases.
Oh, I know. That's what I love about Blu-rays.
AJ just did a versus of the original Mary Poppins and Mary Poppins Returns.
Mary Poppins.
Don't try and be Lin-Manuel Miranda. You're not gonna get your shot. Bobby Lashley. I'm trying to think what AJ's got left in terms of, I guess, My Summer of Love is the last one that's left before Mary Poppins Returns, is it? Owen, do you know?
No. I don't
Or is
think.
he... Well, I know he's got up to like the TV stuff like Poirot and everything that came up
Yep. There's still
yesterday.
more.
I know it's got to finish for My Summer of Love because that's like her debut film, so one of her debut things anyway. I'm guessing AJ's still got a review. I'm trying to think, Aquaman, Spider-Man, and Bumblebee. Those are the three big ones that I can think of. Some of them will be this week, some of them will be next week. It's all confusing because it's like Bumblebee doesn't open here until Christmas Eve, which is the stupid time because nobody's going to fucking go because it's Christmas Eve. Then again, apparently the Favourite's opening a day over early here, so I'm fucking marking out. Anyway, in a world.
Follow me on Twitter at Siro and Disney. Follow the network at Popcast Network. And as always, in a world where there are a billion wrestling podcasts, we're very pleased that once more you have chosen a podcast. I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks to everyone for listening. Until tomorrow, boys and girls. That's all we got to say about that.
Go to bed. Literally.